Hi guys, this is Giga from 2100 News. I'm here with Stefano, live from Istanbul for the conference. What did you think about the conference, Stefano?
It was very exciting. We got the chance to see many point of view from a legal perspective, from a marketing perspective. We got the chance to see also the I.C.O. pitching their projects, some of them very innovative, very interesting. I don't come to this part of the world very often, although I'm from Italy, but I live in Singapore for the past 11 years, and it's very interesting always to exchange ideas with this part of the world.
Could you maybe tell us a little bit more about your work? What do you do?
Sure. Currently I'm working for an I.C.O. company that is consulting I.C.Os. It's called Gravitas. We are doing a full spectrum I.C.O. consulting. So we are consulting on the finance aspect, the tokenomics, business aspect, I would say legal as well quite intensively because our founder is a lawyer. The marketing aspect, which I'm actually heading, and I'm actually dividing into several chapters like communication, sales, branding, marketing and so on. Currently we're working with over 20 I.C.Os, and it's very exciting because they are from all over the world, mostly Asia, but we are looking at this part of the world as well.
What is the key thing that you look for when you're picking I.C.Os that you're going to be working with?
There are generally three types of customers that we are interfacing with. There is the type of customer that has a strong network with investors, but they are not really sure about their products or their offering, and so we help them to scope it better, make a proper business plan, define the weakness of the project. There is another type of customer is the one that have a rock solid project but no connection with investors, and then there is a third type of customer is the one that have an excellent project, decent connection with investors, just need some legal advice and marketing boosting to make sure that the I.C.O. is actually successful.
Stefano, actually I don't think I've saw a speaker who gave out that many business cards after his speech. So I think you're the right person to ask about the marketing trends in cryptocurrencies.
Thank you very much. It's a good question, I think, because many are focusing on the same things over again. They keep insisting on Telegram, which I think is great if you want to build a community, but not so great if you want to work with investors. In fact, at the pre-I.C.O. or private talks, this Telegram doesn't really help at all. And also I noticed that there are some I.C.Os, especially those that we are working with, that they are trying to target B2B or B2G even, and in that case you can't just go and sell the same story of the token to the same small community. The largest I.C.O. in the world up to today was backed by 33,000 people only, which is very, very tiny. So I foresee that in future there will be more and more targeting of customers that they don't hold any cryptocurrency as of today, and they need to be instructed on what is a wallet and what are cryptocurrency even before they take the decision of investing into an I.C.O. Secondly, I will see that there will be a split. They will not talk about marketing only, but they will talk about sales, and I will see that more and more I.C.Os they will have a sales team beside a marketing team. And thirdly, I'm imagining a sort of a continuous coin offerings like a I.C.O, something that it will not stop at the end of the I.C.O, because I noticed that now there are very interesting projects that are using a utility token. They are building a huge community. They do the initial token sales, and then they realize that they need more tokens, and that will be a sort of a ongoing campaign for selling tokens to participate in the platform.
So as you said, people who are actually not the coin holders right now are actually our next potential customers if we want to spread this crypto market more broadly. How do you maybe foresee that, like a roadmap for that? How to educate greater public? How to enable crypto to go mainstream?
Yeah, one of our customers is launching an I.C.O. It's called Invictus, and Invictus is making a platform for the SME. The SME owner in a country like Singapore, where they are based, is average age 40 to 50 years old, or even older than that, in constructions or in food and beverage, and he might not be educated on the cryptocurrency. And so we are trying to approach the business association to start with, so that the business association educate their customers. So we try to reach the community leaders rather than trying to go and educate one by one.
I think that's a good approach, because if you go in one by one, the people need somebody like to talk with them. I mean, I know that for instance my parents are not the coin holders, but now when crypto is appearing on TV just bit by bit, I think the public is getting more and more interested about what is it, how can I buy it, what does it even mean, you know?
Yeah, so the next stage will be to educate the customer on what they are purchasing. I was having some conversation because this event actually offered a great opportunity for networking. One of the person that I was talking to was saying that until last year he would have had some of his friends investing 1,000 Ethereum at a time in projects that they didn't know very well, but they trusted that the project would have succeeded. And say a few months later they went from 1,000 Ethereum to 100 Ethereum, and now they are not investing anymore because it's become boring. It's become the same old story. Open a Telegram bot, make a growth ad, a Telegram channel, make a growth hack, 10,000, 20,000 people. And sometimes you read the questions are, how do I buy the token? And that's positive because it means that there is new market coming in, but it's also showing that we are targeting the audience only on the channels that are known to the geek, not really to the man in the street.
Could you maybe just give us a short recap from your speech, because I really love that comparison. You compared the actors in movies with the crypto world investors and project makers.
Yeah, the whole analysis of what I call I.C.O. Hollywood came from an analysis that I made of 40 I.C.Os, and I come from a marketing industry, and I couldn't find a correlation between the marketing effort that the company was making and the capital that they were attracting to the I.C.O. And so since I couldn't find it, I started looking beyond that, and I found that there is a interesting correlation between the producer of the I.C.O., which is the investor, like a producer of a Hollywood blockbuster. The script is not so important. In fact, you see what you can go and watch at the movies.
Like the white paper.
Yeah, it's like the white paper. They say nobody is reading the white paper anymore. It's probably not true, but an explainer video of 1 minute is much more direct than a 25 pages white paper. And the advisor have become like actors. Some of them, they barely know what the project is about, but they look handsome and they look smart and they have a great CV, and they are poster boys for the I.C.O. rather than being real advisor. And so I became skeptical about the whole I.C.O. world. When I see an I.C.O. and I see that it's successful, and I see that the poster boys are always the same, and then behind there is the same producer, then it becomes sort of a routine. It's more of a show business, like the I.C.O. backed by Paris Hilton or Lionel Messi, rather than being really a contribution to the industry and changing the industry.
Stefano, great work. I wish you a lot of success with many your projects to come.
Thank you.
Thank you. Live from Istanbul, Žiga Štifter.